Hello, everyone. My name is Emma Mills, and today I will be informing you on the crisis of addiction and the recovery options in our society. Before we dive in, let's talk about what addiction is. Addiction is defined by the National Institute on Drug Abuse as a chronic relapsing disorder characterized by compulsive drug seeking, continued use despite harmful consequences, and long lasting changes in the brain. Addiction can form with virtually anything, but today we will be discussing addiction to substances, particularly drugs and alcohol. In recent decades, the problem of addiction has become increasingly widespread in America. To highlight this rise, let's discuss some statistics. According to the National Center for Drug Abuse Statistics, drug overdose deaths are rising approximately 30% each year. In overdose deaths, about 70% are opioid related. Since 1999, almost 1 million lives have been lost due to drug overdose. Historically speaking, there has been a massive increase in overdose deaths. A rise in addiction isn't the only component of this crisis. Treatment costs are so expensive, it makes access to recovery and support impossible or nearly impossible for a large portion of our society. So, let's talk about some of the options that are available. In this presentation, we will talk about three common types of treatment: medical detoxification, inpatient rehabilitation, and outpatient rehabilitation. Out of all of these options, on average, they all cost at least over $1,000 at the bare minimum. Detoxification is the first step in recovery for any addiction. This process involves getting the patient off of the substances that they are on. In order to recover, you must stop using. Everyone going through recovery goes through detox at some point, but some people go to medical detox with a medical support there as its own sort of treatment. On the cheapest side of this spectrum, it will cost nearly $2,000. The average cost reaches higher than $100,000 for medical detoxification. Inpatient, also known as residential rehab, is typically a month-long 30-day program in which the addict is will stay at a facility or treatment center and receive treatment and therapies for that month. This option can start as little as around $6,000 per month, but averages out to be about $40,000 to $50,000 for a standard 30-day treatment per patient. Outpatient rehabilitation does not involve staying at a center, which lessens the price significantly. However, the average cost of this type of treatment is almost $10,000, but can be found for about half of that cost on the lower end of the spectrum. This mode of treatment requires the patient to receive care over a 3-month period while they have the opportunity to continue to work and earn an income as well as live their lives. All of these numbers come from the National Center for Drug Abuse Statistics. Although the majority of care is extremely expensive, there are resources available to help increase accessibility. SAMHSA is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration, and they work to connect those in need with the resources they are in search of. SAMHSA offers a national helpline that anyone can call to seek help in many different areas of addiction, including but not limited to prevention, intervention, and rehabilitation treatment. The Heron Project is another organization that is working to increase access to care for addicts. It is a nonprofit that raises money in order to connect those in need with addiction treatment care that they otherwise might not have been able to afford or known how to locate. Overall, someone seeking drug rehabilitation services can expect to spend several $1,000s on treatment, which is a price much higher than the average American can afford. The cost of treatment is so high, and even if a person is able to access this care and help, there is no guarantee of effectiveness. In fact, many addicts have to attend rehabilitation services multiple times, which snowballs up to a very large number. Addiction is not a problem that will ever leave our society, and there is much work that can and needs to be done in order to create an accessible recovery process for our society. Thank you.